Welcome in, everyone. We are back at it again in our third session of Secret of the Phandelver's Pact. Last, we remember being with the party. You all made it to Phandelver Inn after meeting a mother and daughter who were on the road leaving Phandelver Inn, heading to Neverwinter, because apparently the father and the husband was mixed up in something, was sent on some sort of errand, and just didn't return home. So the mother and daughter decided to head to Neverwinter to start a new life. Arriving in Phandelver Inn, you all decided to take Tracy back to his house just to see if he actually was telling the truth, which he was. You didn't divulge that he was a member of the Shadowblades or working for the Shadowblades in front of his wife and kid, which was very kind of you. Talking to some people around town and checking out the quest board inside the town master's hall, you were led to meet Elwyn Stoneheart, an elder and librarian within Phandelver Inn, in the hopes of completing the quest that said find my book. So you went in to talk to her, and through some sly use of certain words here and there by Galen and her insight, you guys found out that she is kind of understanding about the Phandelver's Pact as much as you are, and you kind of are on the same side-ish. She knows quite a bit more than you know. And she gave you a little bit of a lore dump. She asked you to find a tome of hers that may assist in finding out more about the Phandelver's Pact, called History of the Sword Coast. And you all decided to rest for the evening inside the Stonehill Inn. Jumping up on stage was Viha and Rimple, playing some instruments, and with some great rolls, gained some coin in favor of the townspeople, and just kind of enjoyed the night before you retired to your room inside the Stonehill Inn. So this is where... Let me find out. Geez, where are you? This is where we begin. All of you inside your room the following morning, waking up to a new day in Phandelver Inn.
Oh. And Trimple recovers from his hangover.
Dude.
Man, I haven't had that much fun in a while.
Oh, can the dwarves stop breaking stones with their hammers in my head, please?
You look like you had fun last night.
Yeah, I remember getting on stage and singing soul music.
Okay.
I'll pull out a water skin and use shape water to turn it into an ice pack and throw it at the foot of Ripple's bed.
Yeah, we'll say that
Right,
happens.
Just taking the ice pack and put it on the side of his temple. Oh, I need coffee and bacon and eggs.
Sometimes the best cure is a little hair of the dog.
No, please
Out
no.
of the
Please
window.
no.
Out of the window.
Viha starts laughing.
Oh, jeez.
We should have food delivered shortly.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So, after kind of rousing yourselves, after a handful of minutes, you hear someone walking down the hall, and it is a individual. You hear a knock on the on your door. And says, I brought you breakfast.
Oh, Galen is.
Do you have access to open that door? If you click on the little door.
Yeah.
Token. Hey, nice. Interactive. The female barmaid from last night walks in, gives you all like a nod, and says, right, we were waiting for the bards to come in town, but we didn't think that y'all would be that good. Thank you for a rousing night last night. And she'll walk over to the table, set down portions of streaky bacon, some little loaves of bread, some eggs, and she's been teetering like 4 tankards of ale, and she sets it down on this table here. And then she says, well, have a great day. And she walks and leaves. Oh, go ahead.
Before she leaves, I hand her a 5 silver tip and thank her for her service.
Thank you, sir. Very kind of you. And she heads back downstairs. But you all are left inside your room. The smell of bacon, eggs, and
you see Rimple already just sloppily assembling a fucking egg McMuffin out of the bacon, eggs, and the bread. And just going to town on it. Oh. Just his inner Ron Swanson is coming out.
Right.
I want all of your bacon and eggs. Yeah, Vihaj's just going to town on it as well.
It's pretty good. It's a standard rashers of bacon with some eggs. It's a little bit of salted. Actually, Viha, as you're eating, you notice a peculiar taste in the eggs. It's not terrible, but like it's a little spicy. And it adds a little extra flavor to it. It's you see little specks in the eggs that have a little bit of a heat to them.
Can I do a perception check to see if I know what this ingredient is? This extra ingredient?
Yeah, sure. Are you mentioning this to Galen as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can help you if he'd like.
Yeah, I'll mention there's a nice little spiciness to it, and see if Galen recognizes the ingredient. Kind of talk with him.
Oh, he takes one look at it, and you both kind of come up with the same idea that it's little chili flakes, little crushed up, like pulverized little pestle and mortared chili flakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering if maybe it's something a little exotic, but
it's pretty exotic.
having an ingredient list is nice.
So, the day is yours. If you guys want to discuss what you want to do or go about your business, go for.
So, do you guys find it a little peculiar that this small little ragtag group of bandits just happens to steal a book related to the Phandelver's Pact?
I mean, it's not like usual run of the mill business for a group like that. Could they be hired by someone? Someone
That's
from
what I'm wondering to
Wings?
know. I think Tracy might have some answers. If anything, he could help us along just a little bit longer.
He can still have his uses, of course. And any information that we unravel is welcoming. So, what do you guys think? Should we give Tracy another visit?
I think that would probably be a good idea, but just to avoid spooking him, I think we should go and we should have two of us go instead of the whole party.
Yeah. And the
I
other
mean, mm. Oh, I mean, I like that plan.
You want to go with Rimple to go visit Tracy Galen, or you want me to go?
I have a small errand to run.
Okay,
Near
I'll
the
go
library.
with him. I would suggest you ask her, but I'm pretty sure he would crap himself the next time he sees you.
Well, I saved his life. He should be very well aware of that. Maybe he will
Yeah,
talk.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. It's up to you guys.
I'll give Rimple the stick that I whittled last night with the two bandits, with Tracy and the female bandit. And I'll point to the lady on the stick. I'll say, see if you can't get her name.
Yeah, you see, looking at it, there's it looks like that female bandit that you all saw on the road, and it's a relatively okay-ish carving, but you recognize it because deduction puts that she was the only female there. So, who's heading where? Are you all heading downstairs together, or some hanging out in the room? And
I'll head downstairs regardless.
me too.
Yeah, I mean, let's leave for Tracy as soon as we are downstairs. Who's going where now?
If anything, if Pastor, you want to go with Rimple to go see Tracy, I could do a little bit of investigation on what's his name, the husband's name of the elf and daughter.
Josiah?
Josiah, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
so
There
if
you
you
go.
guys want to go see Tracy, I can wander around and ask about Josiah.
Fine by me. So, Rimple should we?
Well, yes, we should.
Galen, you go down too? Oh, hangs back to clean up. Okay. Easy enough. So the rest of you head down into the tavern proper. Down there, you can see a handful of patrons, a couple of them just kind of sitting at tables, having their morning breakfast. The smell of eggs and bacon and morning breakfast cooking is kind of permeating the area. You can see Toblin behind the bar, just kind of like waves at you guys as you come down. And you see over by the stage where you guys played last night, there's two kids just kind of roughhousing and playing a little bit with the instruments, just like pretending to like be famous bards. You'll do anything in the tavern, or
How many kids are playing the instruments?
they're not really playing the instruments. They're kind of just roughhousing around them and like picking them up and like saying, "I'm a great bard from the south. This is my instrument," and shit like that. They're just kind of like just playing around on the stage. Yeah, they're not like actively trying to play or anything. They're just being kids, pretending.
Let's see. What I want to do is I want to get myself another pitcher of ale, and then ask if the bartender can fill up my water skin with some.
All right. Yes, sir. That'll be. Let's see. Where are ya?
Hey, DM, I'm having a little trouble getting out of the building.
Okay, I didn't know if you were staying there or not. For a little while. Let me.
I was for a little while.
Okay.
Go back to the room.
Let me move.
Dan was cleaning up and got locked in.
Okay. You should be with
There.
everyone else.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, those walls, man. So let me look at this again. I just had it up. There we go. Okay. Pull ya. Prices. Right, friend. That'll be 2 silver. And then he says that it'll also be 4 copper to fill up your water skin.
All right. Again, I pop down just another 5 silver and say, "Keep the change, my friend."
I thank you kindly. Bit of a ruckus you caused last night. I ain't complaining. Brought in many customers. Ale was flowing. So it was a right good night.
At least we all had a bit of fun.
Me and the wife danced her for a while as we were serving them drinks over there. It was nice. Kids were off to bed, just me and the missus. It's always a good night.
I think that's when we were playing Lady in Red.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
After drinking a pitcher of ale, I'll look at the bartender and I actually do have a question for you. Do you know anything of a Josiah? Josiah Wilcrest?
I did know about a Josiah. Yeah, he and his family lived in town.
Do you have any idea what happened to him? We ran into his wife and daughter on the road here. They said they haven't seen him in a while, so they fled.
I don't know much about that, but what I heard was he might have got mixed up with something he shouldn't, or on the other hand, he might have just been paid to do something that was a bit dangerous. Never came back, or he just left his family. No one wants to think about that. But I've seen crazier things happen.
Can you tell me anything about the Shadow Blades? They seem to be mentioned here and there.
I've heard the name mentioned here and there, but they came into the inn when they first came to town. There was a handful of them. And they wanted to be a bit secretive, and I had other patrons to deal with, and they asked if there was somewhere they could call their own. So they dropped a small sack of coin on the counter here, and he gestures toward the counter, and he says, I steered him off to the Sleeping Giant, the old tavern, just further in Phandelver.
Alright, I'll finish my second picture of Ale. Gesture him, like, thank you, sir. You have a great day.
You two. Are y'all staying longer? Staying in town a while?
You'll see us around.
Oh, do you still want rooms, or are you just paying for one night at a time?
How long are we going to be staying here, guys?
I mean, we could at least.
We should pay for the rooms just in case.
What was that? You came across very muffled.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
I said, we should just pay for a couple nights stay just in case.
Yeah, it's good. It was, what, 25 silver a night for a 4-banger? 20. It's 5 silver each, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 gold per night.
Alright. Yeah, I'll pop down the 2 gold on the table and say, yeah, keep it for us for a few nights.
How much gold do you pop down?
2.
1 night, got it.
And I'm gonna pop 2 more. Better to be with the bed than without.
For 2 nights, and he
2 nights. Yeah.
he gestures a nod at you all.
I'll
Says,
throw
right,
down
it'll-
2 as well.
All right, 3 nights. 3 nights it is. I appreciate your patronage.
So, Rimple, should we visit our friend?
Yeah. Well, we'll see how he is.
Yeah, ask for health and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Is anyone else doing anything inside the tavern?
Now I'm gonna make my way out.
I'll walk over here by these kids, and suspecting that one of them is Pip, I'm going to pull out one of the remaining 3 leather balls that I have
Okay.
and start playing with it.
And the 2 kids kind of stop what they're doing and like run up to you, and like they like bump into each other to like get the spot directly in front of you, and they keep bumping into each other, and they're laughing and kind of giggling watching you bounce the ball a little bit.
I'll go ahead and pass it to one of them.
Hi, thank you, sir.
And I'll look at the boy and ask him if he's Pip.
Reno, my name's Cop. This is Pip. And he points to this one here with wearing overalls and a like off-white little smock shirt is Pip.
Okay.
Carp has like a tattered-ish like little cloak on.
Okay.
And the other one says, "Yeah, I'm Pip."
I'll bend down just a little bit. I think we're probably all the same size.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And I'll ask. I'll tell him that we ran into.
Susanna.
On the way into town, and that she didn't get a chance to say goodbye, but that she wanted to. And I'll tell him that the ball is from him.
I miss her. But I got me mate Cup here. We play. But it's not fun with just two. And they start to bounce the ball back and forth and kind of figuring out what it does proper. And they played with him before. They start off just like bouncing it, one bouncing catch, but then Carp just picks it up and chucks it against the wall, and it starts ping, 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 and just starts to fly like over here in the corner, and just starts bouncing, and the kids just decide they laugh and they start chasing after it, and they really don't pay you any mind anymore as they continue to play with the ball.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll sit here and admire them for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Sit down at a table and watch.
As you sit down at the table and watch, the others, Viha and Aster, we're gonna follow with them for a minute.
I think Aston and Rimple are going to
Aston.
I'm
Absolutely.
more
on that.
faster.
Okay, Aster and
Yeah.
Ripple. Got it. Let
Yep.
me... Okay. Alright. Heading out into Phandelver Inn. I think... Where's Rimple? Okay, we're just gonna put a couple of the tokens away for a minute, just so they're still here available. But two of you head out, Aster and Rimple, head out into the morning air. The storm seems to have passed by. The sun has come out, and you hear some birds chirping, some people just kind of going about their business. You hear voices just kind of yelling back and forth occasionally. Just a morning unlike any other, as everyone's going about their business. Rimple, you know that Tracy's place is down here.
Come on, Aster. I know the way.
Yeah, I'm right on your back. What do you think? Should we play good adventurer, bad adventurer with him?
I say, well, he has kids. So we'll play neutral cop and less than neutral cop. I don't know how you want to play this.
I mean, my plan was basically because I also don't want to do it in front of his wife and kids. Drag him out, ask him outside, and politely ask questions with a few flashes or bangs and stuff, but let's see.
All right. Well, we're coming across the dirt road now, so we'll be there in a second.
Yep, as you guys head on up to, or head down to Tracy's house, you don't see anyone outside the front. The door is still closed. You see a little bit of smoke pouring out the chimney, and as you get closer, you smell the unmistakable scent of like meat cooking.
Something smells nice.
Yeah.
Must have been his wife cooking.
Smells like breakfast, or maybe she's getting ready for dinner.
It is about breakfast time, just after breakfast time, maybe like 9 or 10 in the morning. After you guys have eaten your food and gone down to the tavern, it's probably about 9:30, 10.
Oh well, so I approach the door and knock.
As you're standing at the door, you hear like a little boy's laughter from inside, and like some scuttling of feet, and you hear larger footsteps start to come to the door, and the door opens up, and in front of you stands Tracy, and his eyes kind of go wide, slightly. Just surprised to see you this early in the morning. He says,
We put a foot in the door frame so he doesn't close it. Hello. Hi. How you doing? How the wife and kid again?
yeah, they're okay. It's pretty early. We're just finishing up some breakfast before we head out and start doing some work. What can I do for you? And he looks back at his wife, says, I'll be right back, dear. And he like steps out into the porch and closes the door behind him. Says, what can I do for you two?
Caster?
Tracy, we need some information about your employers, about the Shadow Blades, and it will be really good for your health that you tell us everything you know about.
My health?
Your health, yes. And I just give him a wide smile.
Are you trying to intimidate him?
Of course.
All right, give me an intimidation roll.
Oh, he's gonna hate me so much. Oh, well.
He kind of smiles back a little bit, and he says, I don't know why you're being like this. I got you where you needed to go. I got you to Phandelver Inn. You arrived safe. I'm here to help. It's you don't need to be so mean.
I mean, it's part of my charm.
I really don't find it that charming, to be honest. But
Not a lot of people do.
I guess I could. I mean, I'm really not trying to hide anything. I really don't know a whole lot. I'll tell you what I know about the Shadow Blades.
Come
Hey.
here. Sit with us. Talk with us.
Okay, and he like sits on like the stoop of his house on like one of the steps. It just kind of continues and says, well, me and the family came to Phandelver Inn a while back and decided to try our hand at farming and living a little bit of a simpler life away from the big city. And then after a while, these people showed up and started lending a hand, which sounded great. So I decided to try to help them out for what they needed. And then they kind of stopped helping and kind of kept to themselves. But they were a little bit like you, honestly. They said nice words, but in mean ways. It was hard to say no to them. Instead of farming, as you can see, and he kind of points to behind his house, and the farmland that's around his house is kind of neglected fairly heavily. And he says, I really didn't have time to do this for the family and do what we set out to do. They kind of conscripted me to steal things, to go on the road and take things as travelers came by. I tried to tell them I wasn't interested, but they kind of did what you do, and it kind of scared me a little bit. So I mean, they paid me, so it was work, I guess. Not everybody that you work with you're gonna like.
True. But did you to happen, overheard something about their plans, hideout.
I mean, I don't know anything about plans. I just ran the roads. But they normally hung out at the Sleeping Giant, the inn on the backside of Phandelver, down the road towards the manor. I missed the old tenants. They were adventurers, and I guess they did something great for the town, and they kind of took over the Sleeping Giant and turned it into a great tavern. But just one day they up and left, and nobody was left to take care of it. And I guess the Shadowblades saw that as an opportunity to take up residence, and they've been kind of there. I don't know. There's a handful of them. I don't know where else they are. But I only ever see a handful in there at a time. Just going in to give what I find and such.
Who's the one that gave you the orders to, ambush people on the road?
I think her name was Ravenna. Revenna.
Yeah. Do you know where Ravenna stays?
I mean, she worked out of the Sleeping Giant. That's kind of who we would go to on a daily or every week, and they would say, go sit on this road for days or a day or whatnot. I guess they knew when things were coming into town, or traveling by, or traveling down Triboar. Sometimes we went all the way over to Triboar, but she was usually the one who told us what to do.
Just to confirm, how long ago did the Shadowblades move in the Sleeping Giant?
Oh, it's probably a handful of months.
Oh.
Okay, I look at Rimple.
Well, at least we know a leader or someone who gives the orders. And we know the Sleeping Giant.
Yeah, but it bugs me, like some kind of secret group staying not so secret. Yeah, should we gather the guys and maybe check out and give a visit to Sleeping Giant?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be our next step.
I mean, I would be careful. I mean, you can do what you want, but they do kind of intimidate people a little bit. I mean, they haven't done anything crazy, but that's kind of their place.
Good.
Well, have fun.
Have you ever been inside, Tracy?
I've been inside the Sleeping Giant. Yeah.
So you can see how it looks like.
It's just a big room with tables and a bar. I mean, I don't know why they call it an inn. It's more of just a tavern. I mean, I'm not really sure you'd call it a tavern. It's kind of like a meeting hall. Well, I don't really know if you call it a meeting hall. It's more just a big room with tables and some booze. Yeah, that's probably it. But I don't know what kind of word that would be. And he kind of starts thinking about it, trying to figure out the right word to put to it. I don't know.
No second floor.
No, I mean most of the buildings here really don't have too many floors. There's only a handful with more than one. I mean, this ain't no Neverwinter.
True.
Okay, I think that's it for now.
Yeah, I say we go see the others and tell them what we discovered.
Yeah, sure. Tracy, I wish you a good day and tend to the field, please.
Have a good one. If you need me again.
We know where to find you.
Yes, we do.
Okay, bye. And he kind of like speed walks back to the house and walks in and closes the door and like locks it behind him.
Oh well. I mean, Wrinkle, that went good. I thought he's gonna have a heart attack.
Yes. Right. We're just asking questions. Why is he so nervous?
Yeah, I mean, I know I look scary, but am I that scary?
No.
I
Oh,
mean,
no, I'm not scarier tieflings than you.
I mean, he needs to tough up a bit.
I know. Yeah. And by the way, as we make like our road, it's like, honest man. I wonder if wife knows he was working for bandits.
Yeah, I mean, really. What? Oh well. Maybe
Oh,
they
let's go
will.
see the others.
Yeah. I mean, we are talking like it, talking in this.
Yeah, talking and walking. That is fine.
Yeah. We did the talk walk.
Right. All right. As y'all head back into the Stonehill Inn, you find Biha and Galen inside, Galen's kind of just watching the kids play with this bouncy ball. At one point, they thought they lost it, and they started like yelling and like scrambling to find it. But then Carp found it, and they started like squealing and giggling, and then still playing around. And y'all are back inside the inn.
Oh, guys, having fun with the kids?
I just kind of look over at Galen, look back over at them. What would Tracy have to say?
He was very talkative this time. Would you not believe it? So basically, he was a hired gun from some chick named Ravenna. Let's see. I guess the headquarters is in Phandelver, and it's called Sleeping Giant.
The barkeep here mentioned that as well. Mentioned that some of them came by, dropped him a coin, a purse full of coin, and he pointed him in that direction. I was actually getting ready to take off there and investigate myself.
Yeah, but how should we approach the sleeping giant and the possible headquarters of this group? Should we
I
just
said we try and do a little bit of infiltration. Present ourselves as a ragtag group of adventurers who are just looking for some coin.
we could maybe have one going from the back side or the stealth his way while we are making talk and distraction?
We talked to Mr. Stealth over here.
Yeah, I look over at Rimple.
Hey, Rumple.
am
Welcome back.
Oh, hi.
Did you get the name of the lady that I sent to Neverwinter?
To repeat myself, her name is Ravenna. Their headquarters is called the Sleeping Giant Inn, around Phandelver, and that's all we got for information.
I think he meant the name of the second bandit that we spared on our way here. Is that right? Tracy's friend.
You mean the one that's dead?
Yeah, this
No,
Oh.
the one that Galen sent off to Neverwinter.
Oh, I didn't know. We were supposed to ask that question.
yeah, I gave you the stick. I pointed to the person on the top, and I said, "Find out the name of this person." It's fine. I'm sure we'll see him again. I'll hold out my hand, waiting for the stick.
Oh,
Oh
we'll
well,
get the info we need.
We can always go back to the
You know what? At least we got hey. We got leader and we got a headquarters. That's good enough for me.
We could also check in with the mayor, let him know we're in town and ready to do business, and possibly ask if there's any problems or anything.
That's actually a good idea. We might want to establish ourselves as credible before we attempt to disguise
Line
ourselves
strategy.
as bandits.
Yeah, that's fairly good idea. Really good one. So, mayor's place then?
Yeah.
Head down to the mayor's place.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get you all over there. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Jumping back into Phandelver Inn. I believe I accidentally deleted the name of the location. Let's move y'all outside the Stonehill Inn. There. I'll have to, yep, exactly. This is the Townmaster's Hall. Same place you guys already went. Has the steps leading up to the entryway. Is everyone going in?
Yeah,
Do we have
I am.
while we're on this map? Do we have an idea of where the place is between what Bartham told us and what?
Looking at it.
Where the giant?
Roll me a perception check.
And
10. Judging by what everyone had said, and you guys talked about it, toward the manor, this general direction, down this road, somewhere along that road, maybe in the Sleeping Giant. Heading into the Townmaster's Hall, you see that familiar corkboard off to the left, stepping over the wooden floorboards. Little creaks at the far end. There is that same upper teenage male sitting behind a table, like a reception desk, and he says, "Yes, may I help you?"
Greetings.
Hello.
So we are a group of adventurers currently on a job, and we were interested in maybe gaining an addition with the mayor.
Are you looking for jobs to do?
More or less.
Well, the quest board is over there. Unfortunately, I believe you took the only one that was there at the minute. But when we get new ones, we'll be sure to post them.
And we also wanted to speak to the major about some other issues possibly at hand, if he is available.
May I ask what those issues are, so I can let him know?
I'll go ahead and I'll pull out the coin that we got from Tracy with the Shadowblade's emblem. I'll kind of I'll place it on the desk, but with my hand still kind of over it so he can't take it, and say, "We heard you've been having a little bit of problem with the Shadowblades.
As far as I can tell, we haven't had any problems with the Shadowblades. They seem to just mind their own business. What would be the problem? Do you have a problem with them? You can lodge a formal complaint.
I just kind of take the coin back and say, perhaps I was misinformed then.
Yeah.
We're new in town. We just arrived yesterday. We delivered some supplies to the line head. And we're just kind of wanting to get the run of the land. That's all.
Are you planning on setting up shop or becoming residents of Phandelver? The mayor always likes to meet new people who might be a member of their town.
We're going to be around for a little while, I suspect. So, yeah.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so in the first place? Give me 1 second. I'll see if he is available to speak. And the gentleman stands up and walks over to y'all's left. In front of you, there's a door just off to the side of the front counter. And he knocks. You don't hear anything, but then he just walks in and closes the door behind him. And
Is this guy like the mayor's secretary?
Yeah, you can ascertain that. Yeah.
Can I take a moment while he's in the other room and just kind of look at the desk? Not really move too much, but just look at the surface paperwork and see if there's anything.
Yeah, roll me a investigation check.
I'm gonna stand like on the side, so when the assistant comes possibly out of the room, so he doesn't look directly on the table. Just
I got
cover
9.
a little bit.
9.
I got nothing.
Well, 9's not bad. You see, everything looks like it has its place. There's like a quill and ink that is properly perpendicular to the way the table is sitting. There is a couple sheets of parchment that are like 1.5 inches away from the quill and ink, and that is directly parallel to the ink and the quill. And at the top of the page, it says the date that you guys are currently at, and it says things to do today in very precise lettering. And underneath that, there is nothing written. And that's about really all that you see on the desk.
Okay.
So after a few minutes, the door opens up and out comes the secretary and says, "Okay, Mr. Wester is ready to speak with you."
Thank
And
you.
he like gives you a bow and gestures toward the open door.
Wait, did you say Wester or Wesker?
Wester, Westor.
Oh, I thought you said Wesker. I was like, oh shit, is this Resident Evil? Oh fuck, we're gonna die.
Yeah. Oh, Wester.
We see him, he has shades and the spiked blonde hair. Oh, I'm like, fuck.
So is everyone going in?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go in.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. I don't have a map for this, but as you step in, you see a almost about half the size as the front reception room is the size of this room. Around the edge of the walls are like bookshelves, a few books, a lot of knickknacks, and in the center there's like a bearskin rug, and on top of that there are 2 chairs that are very finely crafted, not super finely crafted, but for where you guys are currently, decently crafted. They're upholstered, and looking further than that, you see a large like maple, like resin type desk that's probably about like 6-7 feet wide and about 3 or 4 feet deep. And behind it, sitting in the chair, you see an individual that looks like this. Nice chops leading into connection of a mustache. He has a little pipe, and he's finely dressed, but you kind of notice a little bit that the dressing or the clothes that he's wearing are a little bit of like mothy in. It's supposed to look really nice. And he's puffing on a pipe in front of you, and he says, well, new adventurers, come on in and sit down. You're joining into the town here, are ya?
We're gonna
New
be
members
staying
of
a little while,
Phandelver.
we're gonna be staying a little while, so we figured we'd introduce ourselves. I reach out my hand to shake his. And I'm Viha.
Right, I'm Harbin Wester. I am the town speaker of Phandelver. And you all are? And he kind of glances around the rest of you as he puffs on his pipe a little bit.
I am Charles Xavier.
Pleasure to meet you, Charles.
I'm Nico. Pleased to meet your acquaintance.
Oh, you're a big guy, and so are you. You both, I've seen your kind around here, but welcome. Oh, welcome. Yeah. And he kind of leans over. And you, little one? He points to Galen.
Hello, I'm Galen Revere, and I go ahead and take a bow.
And what was that last bit?
And I take a bow.
Yes. Yeah. The hospitality of this one. I gotta stop smoking this pipe. Have a seat. What can I do for you all?
I'll climb in the chair.
Speaking of hospitality, the people here have been nothing but nice.
Well, that's good to hear. Phandelver, we're normally welcoming to anyone coming in, especially those who are becoming members of our community.
They all seem nice. I especially love your local tavern. The music is just splendid.
Dublin always brings in the best bards.
As Rimple says that, I just kind of look over at him, and kind of chuckle.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure my students and in the north would I will tell my students that if they ever stop here, to stop over in your amazing town.
You're a professor, huh?
I am a professor. I specialize in history of the Sword Coast.
Ah, that's nice to know. Are you going to be starting up a? I mean, have you talked to Elowin? She's got the best library in town.
I have scouted Elwyn's library. It's not as big as the one in Candlekeep, but it is a library for sure.
You haven't happened to come here with Professor Hastings, have you?
I'm sorry, who is this Professor Hastings?
Archibald. Well, I guess you said north. He was from Waterdeep. He came in a handful of days ago, and he introduced himself that he was a historian, and he went down to speak with Elowin.
I just must have missed him, old chap.
Ah, and, I mean, I'm sure you'll see him around at the Stonehill.
I will. I wish you'll compare notes. But anyway, enough about me. My friends that came with me want to talk to you as well.
Yes? Time is money.
Yes.
I have a friend who is living here. His name is Josiah Hillcrest. Is that right?
Well,
Wilcrest. I haven't heard from him in a while.
as you ask that question, you see Galen taking a minute to try to climb up on the chair, like from his belly. He like leans up and just leans onto his belly and tries to clamber over and roll over to his backside. Harbin kind of goes, he reaches down to his left. You hear a drawer like slide open, and he pulls out like this thick book. He sets it on the table in front of him with a smack, and he flips it open, and he starts, he like picks up a pair of like really slim reading glasses, puts them on the bridge of his nose. No arms on the glasses, it's just the lenses with a little nose piece. Yes, let's see here. Josiah. Yeah. Real crest. Yes, okay. It says they lived on the far side of town. They've been here for quite a few years. I'm sad to see that his wife and child have left, according to the census.
Would you know anything about that?
I'll be honest with you. My secretary usually just stops in and says, "These people are leaving. These people are coming in." And I just write it down in the book. They were a nice family.
Thank you. Any information on finding my old friend would be very helpful. I appreciate your time.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't meet him on the road. They just headed out day before last. Headed up north. And he kind of looks over at Rimple. Charles.
We must have missed that too. It feels like we're missing a lot of people. But there's one person that is another colleague of yours. Have you ever heard of a dwarf named Obi?
Opurion. Yeah, he's a good fella.
Yes, indeed.
You know him as well?
We've had a share of pints or two.
Yeah, he's been around here for a handful of years. When the last group, when there was this group of adventurers, and they came to town, and we had some issues with these no-good thieving red brands. And they all wore red cloaks. And these guys came in and, like, destroyed them pretty bad. I haven't seen anything like it. It was pretty insane. And then them and Obi and a handful of dwarves kind of reopened the forge, reopened Wave Echo Cave. And everything was good for a while. And then the forge wouldn't put out, and it was costing the town money. So half of them just up and left. Not sure where Obi got to, though.
Can I
When's
use
the
my
last time you
mercenary
saw-
background and roll a history check on the red brands? See if I recall hearing of them.
Yeah, give me a history check.
I do not know them at all.
Does not ring a bell. Does not ring a bell.
Hearing that hearing the last thing the mayor said was that Obi hasn't been back in a while, I'm going to ask how long?
Oh, I just haven't seen him. He hasn't stopped in to say hello, but he normally didn't do that. I mean, I don't quite frequent the Stonehill as much as I used to in my younger days. But
Right.
I normally just stay upstairs in my residence. Occasionally people come by to say hello. But Obi hasn't said hello in a while. Few weeks, I believe.
I'm gonna go ahead and smile and say that I appreciate his time and that he was able to see us and look around pointedly at the rest of us.
Thank you for his time as well. I reach out my hand again to shake his once more. Say, if you need any help around town while we're here, you can find us at the Stonehill Inn.
It's a pleasure to meet you all. Welcome to Phandelver Inn. Enjoy yourselves. You know, if you decide to set up a shop of your own, just come let us know. And the whole time he never got up from his chair. He's a rather bulbous individual. Is there anything else y'all would like to ask him? Or are y'all heading out?
I'm heading out.
Yes, it's time for my morning tea. He'll give a nod and he'll start walking out.
Of course. All right, so is everyone headed out?
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay. Heading back outside, you can, you just catch like a glimpse of the secretary, just like a quick movement in their chair as you head back out and you make your way out of the Town Master's Hall. So you all are in Phandelver outside the Town Master's Hall. What do y'all want to do?
Can I do a group huddle really quick?
Yeah,
Sure.
what's up?
Okay. Does anybody think it's weird that they know the traffic of the road before the traffic actually comes?
I found
Yeah,
that
that's kind of
odd.
sketchy.
Also,
That seems like the secretary's job to know that information.
besides from what we've heard from Cassandra and Susanna, this place is terrible. Why is everybody being so friendly and hospitable? Something doesn't seem right to me.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
And I mean, some shadowy group just comes into the town and doesn't bother anyone.
Sounds
Maybe
like
they're
a
too
group
afraid
of
to speak up.
adventurers.
Well, let's just be careful who we flash that emblem to, because we don't know who actually works for them.
I nod my head.
Yes, so we need to find the tome. We need to deal with Sleeping Giant Inn.
Anybody want to come with me to go find the Sleeping Giant Inn?
I mean, we
Some
could
of us could go prior to a scout out and actually just inquire about work. As the bounty board's kind of empty and they're looking for people.
I can do that.
Okay.
Well, you've got the crest.
I figure my stature could prove me to be a good bandit.
I can go too. I have a history of these guilds.
I
Okay.
mean, we could all pass like a bandit. So we are going all together, or
Is there a window to the secretary's office?
Yeah, there's a couple windows on either side of the building. Is there something you would like to do?
Oh God, I have no bonus to this. I rolled an 11. I would like to sneak through the window and look in.
Do you need a lift?
So you're Roll me. Did you roll? What did you roll? I don't know what you rolled.
An 11 for stealth.
Oh, you're trying to stealth.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
As you, who's helping him up to the window?
I will. Perception?
No, just he's doing perception. I mean, you could probably see inside the window, so sure.
That wasn't at all helpful.
12 for perception.
Looking inside, you can see that the receptionist, the secretary, is sitting behind the desk, fervently writing on a piece of parchment.
Does it look different than the to-do list, or?
You would not, you can't see that far, or you can't tell.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that page was still in its OCD location on the desk, and this was a different piece of paper.
With your roll, you would not be able to tell.
Perfect.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and reach down and pat him so that he can pull me down.
Put me
Alright, yeah, I'll
down.
put you down. Get me down from here.
You're gonna have to throw me. Which is always an option, I'm just saying. Anyway, so what's everyone doing?
Oh, and guys, remember, we do have fastball specials in this campaign.
Guess I'm just gonna start. You said it's actually, yeah, do just do a perception check to look down the road to see if I kind of see the Stonehill Inn.
So you're right next to the Stonehill Inn.
Oh no, not the Stone, the Sleeping
Sleeping
Giant. Yeah, I'm at Sleeping Giant.
Give me a perception. You most of these houses that you see look pretty residential. However, one of them kind of stands out a little bit further down, probably around here, that is a bit larger than the residential buildings.
All right, I'm gonna
Okay.
start heading off in that direction. Say if anyone wants to follow, I'm on my way there, or I'm gonna look for the inn.
Yeah, I mean, all should us go if we are gonna apply for a job.
Wait a minute, I might be able to do this. Give me 1 second. I did the same thing with text, and I realize I think I know. Yes, okay. Okay, now you see Town Master's Hall and Sleeping Giant, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the issue was I had them on my GM layer, and I moved the text to map layer, but they actually showed up behind the map,
Oh,
and I
okay.
couldn't see them. That makes a lot of freaking sense. Okay, awesome. Heck yeah. I'm happy now. Yes, so that is what you could assume is the Sleeping Giant Inn.
Do we want to go in and inquire about a job and not ask questions this time around, just so that we become familiar with the building layout?
Yeah, I'm just strictly asking for work.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we should like not really reveal any connections possibly to OB or to the Forge, and like try to infiltrate them from inside, and possibly if they have some connections with the Forge and anything, find out a lot more if we are like being obedient people looking for work.
You guys gonna show your bellies?
I think I'm going to go find out the lady's name, the lady bandit's name,
Okay.
as I am not good with.
Galen cannot tell a lie.
Yeah.
I can.
All right. So Rimple, where are you headed to? You going to the Sleeping Giant as well?
I am.
Okay. Easy enough. Let's go there. Let us go. Let me move y'all. So many maps, y'all. Okay. So it's not okay. Good. All right, walking up into this, you can see in the windows. Yep. Y'all can see?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Walking up to this building, it's a single story, rather large, stone and wood building. On the front, there is carved into the front door is just a very rough, crude design of like, seems like it might be like a large bulbous like creature, huge stomach, and there's like Z's coming off from its head. It's not great, but a stone and wood building. The door is closed, but looking inside, looking at the windows, you see a handful of people just sitting around the a couple tables and someone like a halfling behind the bar, and they're just kind of like drinking and chit-chatting a little bit.
I look at Aster and say, see anything interesting?
Well, I see just a few people, a halfling behind the bar, just an empty room with a lot of space and few tables.
Yeah, about a, I don't know, about a 60 by like 40 foot room. It's just open. Doesn't seem to be
You guys want
any
to go in?
other attached like doors leading to other rooms or anything like that. It just looks like an all open area.
Yeah, I mean, let's knock and
The door is open.
I'll walk inside, kind of head over
I'll
to
be
the
right
bar.
behind you. I'll be right behind you. Hang on 1 second, and you're gonna see Rimple get his false identity out in case they ask for papers. All right, let's see which one.
So as you walk
Here we
in,
go.
everyone, the individuals, all the 5 individuals that are in there kind of stop what they're doing and look at you all. The halfling behind the bar just kind of stops what they're doing and leans against the back wall and just looks at you.
I'll go ahead and I'll put 5 silver on the counter. It's like, can I get 2 things of mead? 2 pitchers of mead?
And she looks at you guys and she picks up an ale, a tankard next to her, and just drinks it, puts it down beside her, and says, yeah, we're all out. Sorry. Try the Stonehill.
I didn't just take my silver back.
You can leave that here.
I just approached the bar, and oh god, I think it's the first time I've ever done this as a rogue. Do I see any symbols or anything that I can use thieves' can on, Vito?
You want to say, I'm sorry? You want to
I want to thieves can't. But so, is there any like inclinations or anything I can use to get information, wording, anything thieves can't related?
What would you like to do in Thieves' Cant? So the way I kind of run Thieves' Cant is It's just a separate type of, like, I don't want to say secret language, but essentially. But you don't notice with your passive perception, you don't notice any like, thieves can't type symbols that would denote anything. This place looks pretty rough, and it seems like if there were, they wouldn't need to do that here.
All right. So I'm gonna take my hood off and I'm gonna feather my hair. I'm gonna go to the halfling. So I heard you're looking for work. I mean, sorry. I heard that you need some stuff done.
Y'all looking for some work, huh?
Yeah, I have the paperwork here. I come from Silvery Moon. I don't do names. Names get targets. And yeah, I've had my fair share of work done and totally raising the eyebrows at her.
Roll me persuasion.
And
Damn it. That would work.
as they are over the counter, I'm
Unless
staying.
you want deception. Either
Oh,
one.
can I take deception?
Yeah, that's fine.
Please, I take deception.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm just staying behind watching the other people.
Yep. As
Oh,
you're
come on!
the other individuals kind of like stand up and just like shift to like the outsides of like just to keep an eye on everyone. You see a male individual kind of walk up and lean against the other side of the door and just kind of watch what's going on. And the halfling says to you, Rimple, says, yeah, well, if you're looking for work, we might be able to employ you. I mean, you got some big friends there.
Yeah, they're my crew. They're my crew. This one, he goes by Benji. The one at the door, Luther. And I'm Ethan Hunt.
It's going to be hilarious when you guys don't remember who you gave your fake names to and you call yourself Professor Xavier to the Shadowblades.
Don't worry, I have a list.
Oh, I need separate notes for this.
Listen, we do missions that are impossible to do. So any mission you have that seems impossible, you give to me and my crew.
I'm sorry, I don't know your crew. And she kind of like trails off for a second. Says, but I mean, we are looking for some roadmen.
Right. Just out of curiosity, have you seen Ravenna lately?
The halfling kind of stands up a little straighter and looks over at the individual to the left side of the bar who takes a step here, and she looks over to the guy on the back side of the building and he begins to step here, and the female by the fireplace begins to step here, and the halfling says, how'd you come by that name?
Let's just say your roadman is as good as you think.
I'll pull out the coin, the emblem, the Shadowblade coin, and slap it down on the counter, but keep my hand on it.
I would like.
We know
So
how to
wait,
take
so
care
are
of our
you
own.
covering up the
No,
coin?
I'm keeping it visible, but just enough to where they can't snatch it away. So say I just have like a finger on it,
And
because I am pretty big.
she looks at it, and she looks up at everyone else, and they take a step forward, and he says, so let's for assuming's sake, you think that we may be whatever that symbol means. And you come in here not part of said organization, smacking down something that could belong to someone of the organization, and throwing around threats.
I was
I'm not
threatening
threatening.
you.
I
I was
simply
just
want
looking for work. We're just looking for work.
That job board they have in this town is
Shit.
a poor excuse for a quest board, if you ask me. We were told you guys
Let me
could
be
help us
blunt
find
here.
more suitable work.
The only way you would have gotten what you're holding is to take it off a corpse. Let's say we may or may not be a member of this organization. You kill someone of whatever that organization is, and you flaunt their symbol in front of them that you killed one of theirs.
I want to assess situation of.
It's looking rough. That's the assessment that you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going the way you planned.
Can I hold my action in case that it escalates?
What action are you holding?
I'm holding Eldritch Blast.
Okay. So
Especially for this guy at the door.
he just kind of slides over. Yeah, you see him just kind of slide over and lean against the door. And just
Yeah,
like cross his arms.
that's why.
Yep.
I just give him a look and I would like to keep Eldritch Blasts ready.
Okay. So, all of you noticing that there's a bit of tension in the room after you revealed a symbol of this supposed organization to supposed members of this organization. Clearly, their assumption of the way you got this symbol or token. And it is tense at the minute. What are you all doing?
Can I roll a persuasion check to let them know, or just to say that we were attacked, we simply held our own and figured with that, with what we were faced against, you guys could use a little more muscle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh,
17.
yes.
For that,
And
Go
that's
ahead.
the truth, actually.
and take some inspiration
Oh,
for that.
Nice work, yeah.
I was too busy doing that scene in Sherlock Holmes, the Robert Downey Jr. one, where I'm just looking at everywhere, all the escape exits, all the weak
Yep.
points and shit like that.
And she slightly relaxes a little bit, and she looks at everyone else and like kind of nods. And the male to your left kind of walks back to where he was. The male on your right with the beard kind of walks back a couple steps, and the female just slumps into a chair over here. And the halfling kind of steps in front of you, Viha, and says, That's a way to get yourself killed there, friend. But I do slightly agree that could use a bit more muscle on the roads. I don't want to know who you got that off of. They're dead already. Not my problem. So you're looking to be roadmen, huh?
Yeah, that's why we came here in the first place.
Anything to earn a bit of coin.
We're orphans of the street.
How can I know we can trust you? How do I know we can trust you?
How can we trust you?
I
don't give a shit if you trust me or not. You come into my place asking these kind of questions.
I pull out 10 silver, kind of put it down, and say, how about that drink first?
Also flip a gold coin. Make it 2.
She takes it. Takes the gold and the silver. Pours you each a tankard. Well, not really pours. You see her reach 2 tankards underneath the bar, and there's like a sloshing sound as she like scoops up some mead and just plops it down on the table, each of the tankards down on the table in front of you guys.
You do investigation to see if anything's off.
What would you like to, what are you trying to see? What
Detect any like foul play in the mead. See if, since she's not like directly pouring it in front of us, if she's trying to slip us something.
Did she grab the tankards under the bar, or did we see her fill the tap?
No, there's no tap. Nope.
Okay, yeah.
She just reached the tankards into a big, you would assume, vat of something and put it on the table. Yeah, y'all can roll investigation. What do you? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, investigation. Please let me be good. 22.
Looking at the mead, Viha. It smells like mead. So you pick it up and you kind of sniff it a little bit, and you're about to take a sip, but Rimple reaches out a hand in front of your face to stop you from taking a sip. Rimple, you can kind of get like this twinge of a scent that's masked very heavily by honey that you would recognize as some sort of either hallucinogenic or not necessarily poison, but some sort of plant-based narcotic that you have dealt with before.
All right, I'm gonna look at her and go, ha ha ha. Don't drink it. And I slide both tankards back. We're not thirsty anyway. Also, I know you drugged our drinks.
The halfling kind of chuckles. Says, well, there's only a couple ways you can find out who someone really is. All right. And she reaches behind the counter, and there's a little, like a quarter keg that she uncorks and just holds the tankards underneath them for a little bit, corks it back up, and sets them on the table. So.
Double tap. I'm double tapping this.
What does that mean? Oh.
Correct. I'm rerolling investigation.
That one seems fine.
Okay. And I go give a quick nod to Viha.
I raise my tankard up, look at her with not a stern look, but just kind of like I see what you did there look, and said I would have done the same, and then I drink it.
To Benji, to me, to you, to trust.
She says, you're looking for Ravenna?
Yeah.
You found her.
Pleased to meet your acquaintance.
All right. So, and she looks around the room, and everyone kind of nods a little bit. She says, we're in need of some strong individuals to watch Triboar Trail. There's a shipment coming down in a few days, and let's just say it already belongs to us. So we'd like someone to go pick it up for us.
How much?
Well, we'll start you out at 4 gold apiece. If you return with our property, then we can
What is it
talk
we're looking
more.
for?
A wagon?
Seems.
Just the wagon. Any identifying marks?
You'll know
Symbols,
when
crest?
you see it. I assume your friend, and she gestures toward Rimple, will know what is ours.
I nod my head.
All right, that seems fair.
When you return with our property, there might be another job for you.
Fair enough.
You breathe a word of this to anyone, and
I don't.
everyone just kind of
I don't
steps
even-
forward a little bit. It's not gonna be good for your health. And everyone,
I
all
don't
of
even
them kinda
remember this
chuckle. Go ahead.
I don't even remember this conversation happening. Let's go, Benji.
It didn't happen. So,
What didn't
before
happen?
you guys leave, looking around the room, because you would have got a decent view, Rimple and Viha, you see behind the bar, right, things of note in the room. You see a little trapdoor. You all notice there's a back door here. And then there's the front door, and then there's windows
Okay.
around the building.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. Windows are on the building, trap door, back door, front door. Alright.
Yes.
So I guess with all that being done, I will go ahead and just get up and start just very easing my way, stopping at about this table, just to kind of indicate that we're ready to go get their shipment without actually saying anything.
Okay.
Yep.
I
Easy
look
enough.
to the guy over the door and like, would you move?
He kind of smiles, takes a second, and then steps out of the way. The door just opens.
Alright, and I walk out.
Okay. Now, we move y'all over. Find the map. The map.
I'm the map. By the way, the reason I gave you that code. By the way, I'm sorry. I just saw Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning yesterday. I thought of you perfect cover names. I'm sorry, Galen. You're Ilsa.
I walk over to Rimple. I pull out that coin and I just kind of hand it to him and say, "Please take this away from me."
Oh, but it's an heirloom. And I snatch it from him. But thank you anyway. And I yoink it in my pocket.
way to recover that. I did not think that was coming back.
My heart was racing. My heart was racing.
That was
And,
gonna be
intense.
I was
You know,
ready
good
for
way
roll
to-
initiative. I was ready for that
Good way
roll
to set up
initiative.
tension.
That was pretty blunt. That was really blunt.
Yeah,
Somehow-
that really was. That was
Sometimes
really
you gotta
was.
ruffle a few feathers.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we
That
have
I
worked
am
out
literally
perfectly,
cutting
though.
through my shirt.
Let me pull this up for a second. What is this? Oh, there we go. Okay, so as you all split off, Galen, you start to head south towards Tracy's place. And you find...
Actually, on the way, I
Okay.
probably would have still kind of had an irk about the secretary
Okay.
and feeling like we tipped him off and he's about to tip them off. So I would have taken up a position on a side of one of the houses on the way to the sleeping giant.
Okay. You trying to see if you see him come out or anything?
By one of the houses.
I'm sorry?
I'm probably like over here by the house off the road.
Okay.
And if anybody comes running with a letter or running down this road, I'm going to try to stop them so that they don't deliver a note describing us while the guys are in there talking.
Okay. How long you staying there?
Probably until my guys come back down the road or until somebody comes up.
Okay. You don't see anybody coming down your way. And then after a while, you get a little nervous, a little worried that they were just going in to have a little talk. But after a little while, they do. Your friends Rimpleaster and Viha exit the sleeping giant and begin to make their way down the path to the center of Phandelver Inn in your direction. You did not see anyone walk in your direction.
Awesome.
Oh, and before we actually leave, can I just also take a peek through a window after we left to see what are the guys inside doing about?
Yeah, as you leave and you take a peek inside the window, we'll say with your passive perception, you can see them all kind of gathering, like the few that were just kind of sitting off to the side or like standing. Behind you, the door closed and locked, and then you notice that the individuals who weren't at the bar kind of walked up and sat at the bar and like started talking in hushed tones with Ravenna. So they all kind of gathered after you left.
I mean, they're probably
Odds. I'm gonna ask Aster. Odds on they're gonna betray us.
oh, pretty much high.
That's what I
But-
thought.
We should keep our guards up, do this job, and let's see where it's gonna take us. I mean, if that's gonna take us closer to any information regarding the dome or something, yeah, but we should keep our eyes up and watch out for them.
Now, Vito,
Yes.
since we're walking back, do I see any squirrels or field mice or tiny birds?
Roll me a nature check.
All right. Ah, you son of a bitch! You were conked. Whatever. That wasn't my plan.
You hear some birds tweeting, and you hear some brush kind of like jostling occasionally, and whenever you look over, you don't see anything, so you really don't catch sight of anything in particular. There is nature, there is wildlife around, it's just at this minute not within your line of sight.
Alright, never mind. That one my plan. Stupid nature track. Alright.
So where to?
Okay. Seeing you guys come down the road, I'll ask how it went.
Oh, you know. We asked for information. They try to threaten us. And then this one, and I give a little pat on the ass to Viha. This one was a lifesaver.
Just
Cool.
had to clean up my mess.
Yeah. Oh, also,
What-
they might be.
What mess?
Also.
It just got a little heated. I got carried away with my words. I came off as too intimidating.
Well, hey, sometimes
Threatening.
that's good.
Yeah. Also, we may have a job. Also, they try to drug us. And also, they might betray us.
They are
Yeah, they're
abandoned.
probably having the same conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about the details of the job and figure out how to do it without a hitch and without hurting anyone as well. In the meantime, maybe we should go talk to Tracy one last time.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
you
think
want
we
to
should give him back the
find out.
coin, like kind of secretly give him back the coin just in case the Shadow Blades do start prying around, and since they don't know who
Membership card check.
yeah, to make
Yeah.
sure he has that to be safe and under the radar.
Good idea.
Right. So as you all begin to make your way toward Tracy's place once more, you come to the town center, and you notice that elven individual who was a little fluttery and kind of aloof when you all paid homage, gave a little donation to the Shrine of Luck, is kneeling in front of the shrine, vehemently praying. As you guys turn the corner and begin to walk down towards Tracy's. Walking down. Is there anything anyone would like to do in town before they get to Tracy's?
Let me check.
Not that I can think of.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Nope.
Easy enough.
I'll hand Aster a pouch of coins.
Oh,
I have that written somewhere.
Oh yeah, from the performance.
Yeah, and from turning in the job.
oh, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Thanks.
it's 12 gold altogether.
Let me take a look.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with
15, because it was 10 apiece for the job, and then 5 apiece for the performance,
And then
all
2 for the
things went
party.
to Yeah, and then 2 went to the party.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with keeping the money, which was my share for the job, but for the performance, well, you two did it, so
I mean,
refuse.
it was a.
I refuse to
Yeah,
take any coin from
yeah.
Aston, saying we're in this together.
Yes.
oh well. I'll get
And we
you
got the stones appraised.
Mm-hmm.
they're worth quite a bit as well. But we wanted to give you a little bit more time to think about whether you wanted to sell them.
Yeah, we'll see about it later. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. So let's get on with the Tracy and figure out this job. How the hell are we gonna do that without raising too much suspicion from any side?
As you all are walking and talking, you make your way down to Tracy's place. You see off probably about, is it? Yeah, just about kind of tending to the field a little bit beside his house. You see Tracy kind of looks up as you all approach and kind of brushes some sweat off his brow and begins to walk toward the path that y'all are on. It says, back so soon. I'm just trying to fix my fields.
Easy, Tracy, easy. No one's gonna kill you now.
Not completely reassuring. That's kind of an odd thing to say. Instead of hello, but hello.
Hello. So
We have something that belongs to you, and we think it best if you're holding on to it. Can't really get into it too much. The less you know, the better. But, and I look at Viha to produce it.
I gave it to Rimple.
I don't know that.
I'll look at Rimple.
And
Yeah, I'll
Rimple will
take
look at
the-
Aster, and Aster will look at Galen, and Galen will look at Viha.
Yeah.
Damn thing.
It's the fucking scene from Jedi where they all nod at each other.
Yep. But like the extended version where it lasts like 2.5 minutes.
Oh, the Family Guy version.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
waiting. All right, I give the 3 nods, and I nod at a tree, and I nod at a bird, and I take the coin out.
Yep.
Oh, poor guy's gonna have nightmares from us.
And Tracy kind of like looks at it and says, yeah, I mean, I guess it would make sense to still, I really just want to work on my field, but,
This is
I
just
really don't
in
want to
case
be a
they
part
give
of
you
them.
trouble.
Okay. Thank you. And he like takes it and pockets it and says, it was kind of better before they got here. I wasn't scared as much.
Well,
It'd be nice if they left.
I'll use my psionic mind on Tracy and say, "Don't worry, we'll take care of them."
And like he goes, his skin like flushes, and then goes like stark white. All the skin tone just kind of vanishes from his face, and he kind of like looks around, and then he looks at you, Viha. He just kind of gives like a nervous little smile and says, I really just want to be with my family.
Well then, keep on. I mean, there is nothing much.
Are you, what are you gonna do?
The less you know, the less it's gonna hurt. I mean, you said you don't want trouble.
I do have one question though. How did you know which wagon to attack?
I mean, we really didn't. They kind of just told us go there and wait a few days, and if anyone comes down the road to take what they have.
I'll produce one of the good berries, hand it to him, and make a quick blessing to his crops.
Thank you. And he kind of smiles and he takes it. It's nice for someone to be nice.
Oh,
It
toughen
is.
up.
Is there anything else y'all want to ask Tracy?
Yeah, Gillen, you wanted to ask him about the other woman.
Oh yeah, shit. Sorry.
The name.
I'll also reach into my bag and pull out the totem that I carved of him and her, and I'll hand it to him and ask him if he knows who this is, and I'll point to the top half of the stick.
Let's see.
The lady that you're with.
Well, looking at it, he is going to make a perception check. He doesn't really recognize it too much, but then you say the lady that you were with, and it kind of helps him a little bit. Her name was Alex.
Okay.
She
Perfect.
yeah. I don't know, she just kind of blew into town, and we kind of went out on jobs together. Didn't know her a lot, other than she was from Luskin, but that's really all I knew about her. She really didn't talk much.
Okay. I'll reach up and take the stick back.
Oh, yeah, here you go. Is there anything else anyone would like to ask Tracy? Or not?
Nah, I'm pretty much done with him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can leave him alone for a while and let him kind of relax a bit.
Until you see him in
Yeah.
2 hours, ask him more questions.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
Listen,
Oh wait, I forgot. I was gonna ask Tracy something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I wonder.
Before we leave, I'll reach out my hand as a in a friendly gesture to shake his, and thank him for all his help.
hey, he's the one who tried to stop. Hey, he's the one who tried to stop Viha in the beginning. So he wrote his own destiny.
And he kind of brushes some dirt off of his hand and reaches forward and gives you a handshake and a little nervous nod. Say, you know where to find me. Yeah.
I'll produce the third ball as well.
Okay.
So I only have one ball left.
Okay.
And I'll tell him he can play catch with his kid with it.
Yeah. They'll love this so much. Thank you. And he just like holds it in his hand, and like rolls it around in his hand, and he kind of smiles a bit and like gives you a little bow of his head.
And then
Anything else, you guys?
No.
I think we're done. We're done with Tracy.
Okay.
For now.
For now. I love
Poor
it.
Tracy.
I love it.
What?
Tracy is
I
a
don't
permanent
know.
part of this.
I don't know,
Uh,
guys. I'm
Do,
maybe
do,
too
do you
harsh.
know who this? Know what this is? It's just like when when the South Park boys don't want to do something, so they have to get fucking Butters. He's
Yeah.
the Butters of the campaign.
Essentially. Aster, you were saying something?
Yeah, I was. As we are walking away from Tracy's, I would like just to turn to the group. I wasn't too hard to the guy, or I mean,
No, you were fine. You were fine.
yeah, I mean, I don't want to scare him too much, just a little bit, but I see that
Nah.
he is like whining too much, and yeah, probably that if we just leave him alone for a couple of hours, days, it would do good for him. But what's our plan now? Stopping for a quick lunch, and I mean, what leads do we have?
Well,
Yeah, what time is it?
we
It's about noon.
we still have that job wink we have to do for Ravenna, double wink.
Yeah, I mean, did we ask the details about the place or something? We didn't.
Yeah, I don't
Good.
think did you give us details? You just said pick up shipment, but did you tell us where the shipment was?
I believe
Triboar
Ambush
Trail.
wagon on Triboar.
Yep.
Oh,
and that
okay.
Rimple would know what it is when you see it.
So basically, we need to rely on Rimple and.
So where
Yeah.
are y'all headed to?
Um,
You are free to move your tokens.
it's- hmm.
Yeah, I mean, let's grab a snack and off to the road, possibly.
Oh, there it is.
Well, how many days until the job?
Didn't you say tonight?
Nope. She said in a few days.
Oh,
We have a few days to prepare. Yeah.
yep.
Point of fact, Galen, as you're walking, you notice the secretary as you guys are walking back up. So you're probably about here. You notice the secretary walking like, let me get this measurement tool, like up this road a little bit and then turning into, there's the entrance is actually like on this side. It's not down here.
Okay.
So they walk into, so you see him, you kind of like are walking, you catch him at the corner of your eye up in the distance, walking in the same direction as you guys, and then turning back into the town master's hall. But Galen, as you head further in where you are currently right now, and the rest of you still see that individual, the aloof elven lady who seems to be an acolyte of Tamora, still praying vehemently. To the shrine.
Is there any kind of bowl or receptacle to pour holy water into?
No. No,
Okay.
there's just the little shrine and then a little offering plate. I mean, technically you could use the offering plate because it is a little convex or concave, whichever fucking one, right? A very, very shallow bowl that has some coin in it.
Seems important, but I can't think of anything.
Did you want to do something, Galen, there? Or you guys just keep going back to the Stonehill Inn?
Rolled a 10 to like kneel down and just pray.
So you just wanna pray? Was that religion?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of accompany her.
She doesn't really pay you too much mind as you begin to pray. But because you're there, roll me a... What is your passive perception?
16.
Okay. Your passive perception will do just fine. You hear her muttering about praying for remembrance, that she can't remember certain things, that she is praying for assistance in remembering something. She says like it, or what it was, or what that was, or what she can't remember, and that and praying for guidance to help her find it that will help her remember something.
Okay.
Yep.
You want to go back to the other group? I'll just sit here for a while with her.
Okay. Easy enough. Where's everyone going?
I'm heading back to
Probably-
the Stonehill Inn.
Yeah, I'd say probably back to Stonehill Inn and like
Okay.
regroup.
Yeah,
I think of what our next steps are.
Easy enough.
As I walk by and see Galen, I just give him a very light pat on the shoulder and kind of a smile.
Okay. Heading back into the... Let's move Galen over here. Heading back into the Stonehill Inn, you can see Toblin behind the bar. Pip and Carp are not around at the minute. It seems like they went off to do some other stuff. But there's still a handful of people sitting and kind of having their meals for lunch. There's not too many people around. It seems like some people, when they went off to go do their jobs, just kind of like pack their own lunch. Galen, you are still over at the shrine, and the other three are inside the Stonehill Inn. Y'all can do what you wish. What would you all like to do?
First, tell Rimple to get off the table.
Wait, why? Why?
You're trying to eat at this
Come
table.
on, Rimple.
So I am. Hey.
Rimple, are you drunk again?
Maybe. I stepped
Yes.
out
Yeah,
on the table.
anyway.
The barmaid comes over and places a couple plates in front of y'all, kind of smiling, and brushes her like brown hair aside and sets down a few plates that have like a little chunk of like beef, or it might be pork.
Chunk
With-
of beef, my favorite D&D meal.
Yep. with some bread and some like it looks like steamed carrots and some veg there, along with a couple tankards of mead.
Just out of game really quick, for people who are interested, they just came out with the second edition of the D&D cookbook.
Sure did.
Anyway, so I'm just gonna go eat this pork beef.
Sure. Yeah, it's definitely pork.
Oh, it's pork?
Yep.
All right.
Now that you start eating it.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I can taste the spam. Love it.
Yep.
All right, while we're eating, or after our eating, I'll start bringing up what do you guys propose we do about the job we're tasked with?
Okay.
I'd rather we not hurt
as
anyone.
you guys are eating, because you said you want to bring it up after, jump back over to Galen. Galen, are you still just gonna, what are you doing over there at the Shrine of Luck?
Until she's finished with her thing, then I'm just gonna remain here kneeling. But when she's done, or when she's about to wrap up, I'm gonna stand up and walk away without much of a conversation, unless she stops me. And I'm gonna try to duck into the general store again.
Okay. After a few minutes, she stands up and like stretches her legs, walks around, begins to like walk in like a circle around the shrine a little bit, and just kind of like still speaking to herself or someone or something, just kind of either praying or talking to herself a little bit. But she's done kneeling in front of the shrine. She doesn't say anything directly to you.
Okay. I'll get up a few minutes after her and walk off towards the general store.
Okay, you head over to Barthen's. Okay. You see Barthen in there. He goes, well, back for something here. What can I do you for?
I came in the other day looking at a few items that you had in your store, and I told you I'd come back for one. Did you happen to hold it?
It was the journal, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's right here.
And how much was that again?
5 gold.
Okay. I'll go ahead and pay the 5 gold.
Okay. Softbound journal, 25 sheets.
Cool.
You can add in there. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Not at this time.
Okay. Well, you're always welcome at Barthen's Provisions.
Actually, are you expecting any more supplies to refresh some stock?
Not that I know of. Not for another 10 day or two. You looking to escort or what?
I'll just have to come back and check in, see what the new stock brings. Thank you for your time.
For sure. Have a great day. And he just goes about tidying up and just like adjusting stuff around the shop. Okay. And then around that time after, is there anything else you wanted to do before you head back to the Stonehill to talk to your buddies? Acquaintances?
No,
Party members? Okay.
not really.
Cool. Easy enough. As you guys are finishing up your meal, Galen walks in.
Hey, Galen. Come sit.
I come over and sit down.
Okay.
Is there an extra plate and meat was one left for Galen as well?
Yeah.
Or did she just bring enough for us? Okay.
No, one was left for all of you.
I'll just get some milk or something or no? Just food and milk.
The barmaid here, and you say that as she was walking around, goes and brings you like a glass. It's like a tankard of that's like half filled with milk to go along with your meal. This milk has a very fresh taste to it, as in like not like freshly squeezed type deal, but like it has a bit of it tastes a little bit of mint, little mint in the milk. It's like a fresh taste. It's all right.
Cool.
So the Stonehill is y'all's. Do with what you wish at the minute.
All right.
I'll look at Galen and say, we managed to procure a job, but we should probably talk about the details more secretly. I try and keep my voice down as much as I can to kind of, so he can hear me, but nobody else can really discern what I'm saying.
Well, we've got the room upstairs.
Yes, I figured when we're ready to talk about the job, we can head up to the room.
Yep. There is
In private.
also you do notice over here this wait on this table over here seems to not be used, and it has about 5 or 6 chairs at it that's just away from people, but you guys can do whatever you want to do
Yeah, that'd probably be better.
either way.
As you said that, I noticed the table.
Yep.
Should we then move to the other one and
Yeah, I'll kind of get up and kind of just walk over here and sit down. As I get up, you nod my head over to the table to gesture to the group.
I'm gonna bring my plate with me.
Rimple and Galen, you going too?
Yep.
There we go.
There we go.
As you all sit around or stand around the table, you're pretty well secluded away from everyone. No one seems to be really paying you any mind. The barmaids kind of steer clear because they kind of gather you wanted to be alone. You've gotten your food and your meals and your drink, and they're kind of just letting you have your time. What would you all like to talk about?
I'll lean in, say, so how are we going to approach this job?
I mean, I like the idea of that damsel in distress play. We can always use that.
Yeah, rob them while they're sleeping. I'll then look over at Rimple, like, do you by chance know how to make any sedatives?
I'm gonna say no. Let's see what I have. No, I don't have a poisoner's kit on me.
Okay. Well, the sedative isn't a necessity. We can always wait for them to fall asleep, unless anybody has any other ideas.
What about if they keep in watch?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh yeah, we'd have to dispatch of the guards.
It all depends also on the day of the time they're gonna pass through. If it happens in the middle of the day,
Well, we get the upper hand of being able to set up, depending on how soon we set out. I could stall the wagon.
Okay. Stall the wagon, but what about the guard?
They'd have to get off the wagon to address the issue.
Galen and Viha, because of where you guys are sitting, you notice Galen, you don't recognize them, but Viha, you kind of recognize them. Let me do this here. Sorry.
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 Opens the door.
Where is it? You see a familiar face, Viha, kind of step into the Stonehill, to the south near the stage, just kind of like stand against the wall here, and Viha, you recognize him as someone from the Sleeping Giant, and Galen, Viha, you don't see this, but Galen, you see him kind of like reach out to one of the what is that, a sconce, right, where Torch would be. He kind of like reaches over to the sconce and like just like adjusts it, like wiggles it, and gives like a little type deal, and then glances over your table, turns around, and walks out the door.
I look at everyone like, did you guys see that?
No, what?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
After he
If I were
leaves,
just
Rimple, you did not see that.
yeah, I said Rimple.
did?
I think he just said me
No,
and Galen.
Aster and Rimple did not see that. Galen and Viha did. Galen did not recognize who it was, but noticed the hand gesture. But Viha only recognized the individual and did not recognize the hand gesture. Or did not see the hand gesture.
right.
Oh no, then I'll look at Rimple and Aster, and I'll say, looks like our friends are checking up on us.
Really? Which ones?
He appeared to be from the Sleeping Giant. I couldn't see what he was doing, but I recognized the face. I can only assume he's keeping tabs on us.
Could be.
I'll go ahead and describe the adjustment to the sconce to Rimple. Well, to everyone, but
I'll kind of get like a curious look to my face when he mentions it. Kind of like,
Rimple,
That's
roll me an
peculiar.
insight check. Are you, and add your proficiency bonus on top of it.
Oh boy. 21.
Though you did not see it, Galen describing what happened and Viha speaking about it, you recognize this similar to a dead drop.
I'll look at Rimple and be like, you're known to procure things. Do you think that means anything? Or you're more of the bandit type. Do you think that, what does that mean to you? We looking at a secret passage?
Rimple?
He's deep in his thoughts.
if you're speaking, we cannot hear you. Okay.
He's not speaking.
He's gone. All right, now we can talk shit. Okay, never mind. He's back. So, yeah, March, you hear what Rimple would have gathered from that insight?
All right, okay? Let's try this again. Out of game. What's a dead drop?
Oh, yeah, we couldn't hear anything you were saying. Dead drop. Basically like leaving something somewhere. Like essentially you see it like when like a kidnapper says leave the briefcase here, come alone, right? It's like they go set it by like a park bench and then walk away. It's kind of like that.
All right.
Sorry,
So I
yeah.
go to the
You completely lost Mike.
Yeah, I Discord fucked up. I was yelling too. I was like, "What's a dead drop?" Anyway, so yeah, I'll be like, "Well, if there's a drop, I wonder what the package contains."
I say we wait till the place closes down, and Rimple, since you're pretty sneaky, why don't you come down here before we all bed down and check it out?
Well, he could probably walk past the sconce now and see if anything's there, and possibly just straighten it. It's not like it's going to draw too much attention.
Yeah, true.
Shouldn't it be too obvious? Like, if
that's what I was
someone
thinking.
is keeping tab on us and we are just approach the thing. I mean, you never know who of the other patrons is maybe in league or working with Shadow Blades. Better just wait for.
We are working with the Shadow Blades.
Yeah, of course, but they don't.
That is a message for us.
But do
everyone
we want
in town seems complacent or silent about their disagreement. I don't think anybody's going to question us going in and straightening that picture. Or in this particular case, it's sconce.
Oh yeah, sure. Then do it if you want.
Then in that case, I guess what I'll do, having noticed him and walking back with Galen telling me, I'll get up and I'll go to the sconce and I'll straighten it back up. And look over at Toblerone and say, "This OCD, I swear." And then I'll roll an investigation. What's OCD? Things got to be perfect.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll roll an investigation check on that sconce.
Without rolling the investigation, it looks like a sconce. And with the investigation, it still looks like a sconce.
Yeah, like as you said that, I had already clicked it, and I was like, with that, I'll just kind of go back and kind of shrug my shoulders a little bit and say, nothing there. Didn't look nothing out of the ordinary other than he moved it.
Well, let's let Rimple take a look. Sometimes there's secret compartments and alcoves and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go carefully take a look at it.
Okay.
I'll drop my milk on the floor to serve as a distraction just for the people that are worried about it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, everyone kind of looks over you guys as Rimple kind of walks by them. They say, "Don't touch it."
I'm tracking through it. I'm tracking through it, walking towards the kitchen, and
trying to help clean up, and a barmaid kind of comes out and, "Oh dear," and begins to.
I dance with her for a second here in the out.
Oh, excuse me, no, you first. And she like kind of giggles and like steps over you. No, I'm kidding.
Where's the sconce? I missed it. Like signal me where the sconce is. Okay, good. Thank you. Let's go. Do. All right.
Okay. Walking over to the sconce, you do Rimple. You recognize an almost imperceptible little carving in like the sconce, like if it were done with just a small blade. It's something you've seen before. It's like a location marker. Would you like to roll investigation for me? And add your proficiency bonus on top of that.
Sure thing. Eight.
Boy, it looks like a sconce. No. So even not looking too hard, you notice that actually it might have helped that Viha tried to straighten it, because when he straightened it, it shifted something that was like behind it, like where the screws or the bolts are, that you see a little piece of paper, like the tip of a paper sticking out. In the back
I'm
of it.
going to grab the piece of paper.
Okay. I apologize, I don't have a handout, but I will describe it the best I can to you, and then you will have a handout by next session. Once you
What does
decide to look
ha-ha?
at it.
Yeah. What does haha mean?
Gotcha, bitch.
I was just thinking that.
Always watching.
Okay, so you have that piece of paper from the dead drop. You heading back to the table?
Yes, I am.
Okay, as you were doing that, the barmaid had come out and helped clean up the milk and place another one on it. And as you look at it, Galen, you can see little tiny flecks of brown in this new little bit of milk, and you get like this smell of like cinnamon.
Cool.
Yep. And then the barmaid just walks off and looks back at you all and smiles and goes back toward the kitchen. So you all are alone once again.
So, Rimple, you had any luck?
Well, I found this piece of paper as I make my way back to the table.
You shouted at everyone.
No, I'm approaching the table.
Okay.
Hey
cool.
guys, I found paper.
Okay. Yep. You tell him you found a paper.
Yep, I found paper.
Looking at the paper, if you so choose, you see a crude little line that you would gather to be the road out of Phandelver that turns right instead of left, because you all came left. Let me see if I can look at a map here and make it a lot easier for you guys. Okay, good. Let me do that real quick. Okay. So, looking at this map of the Sword Coast, essentially what it looks like is the drawing is of this path to about here. And there, right where this spot is a... Oh, wait, you can't see it, huh? Can you guys see that?
I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah, we can see your arrows.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah. Nice. Sorry, yeah, there's an X that goes to about here, an X there. And then under that, in a little corner, is written a description that says just simply yellow over red, and then under that is a word that says new. and it's like underlined. So it says yellow over red, and then the word new underlined. But Rimple, this is in a thieves' cant type deal, so it doesn't read this to anyone else. It's like hippopotamus, giraffe, banana, or some shit like that, right? So it's super. What you're tracking.
Yes, hippopotamus, giraffe, banana, guava, carpenter tools. Yes, this reads all very important. Now,
The crow
see,
calls at midnight.
Yes. Yes. See, this is where they messed up, guys. They're supposed to write Barney the dinosaur, not Elmo the hand puppet.
Yep.
Whoever wrote this is immature.
But
What?
you gather yellow over red and then new.
Yellow over, and I go like in a football huddle. All right, guys, this is where the drop is gonna happen. These are where the wagon's going.
I look at him and like, is that what that means?
Listen. It does mean that. I'm very intelligent when it comes to mojo words.
Come on, guys,
thieves
for
can't
real.
look.
That's what it means. I swear.
I
What if
swear,
you-
look.
Guys,
so the
I'm being
Swedish chef is making these
serious.
directions.
I know.
Check.
Okay, inside check me.
Borky dorky borka bork?
Yep.
I'm not the Swedish chef. Yeah, you fucking believe me.
Okay.
Yes. You're not quite sure what it all means, but with what you've been talking with Rimple and his kind of background, you guess.
I believe
that-
him.
Yeah, I mean, you guess he's telling you the truth. There's no reason for him not to.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, I have a +3 deception. I'd beat you anyway.
Unless you rolled low and he rolled high. Anyway, so you find this little piece of paper that has that little map drawing, little line with those 3 words on them. Oh, and sorry, there's also at the bottom is in common says 3 days. Just so you have that as well.
So after I go past the part about the pork sausages, he just says, "Hey, look, 3 days."
Okay, so 3 days from today.
Yeah.
And how much time do we need from Phandelver till this spot? I would say foot.
Judging by the other direction that you came, you can assume probably about a day to get to that spot. Give or take a little bit, depending on how you go, or how you ride, or wagon, or walk. Walking would take a while.
Yeah, that means that if we go with that plan with the wagon and stuff, we should leave tomorrow morning. If we
Yeah,
decide
give us some
to do
time to
this.
reach there and set up our game plan.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Viha, with your experience with wagons and other vehicles in your service, do you think you know how deep a hole would have to be to catch a wheel and possibly not damage it?
Vito, would I roll a history check for that?
Is that something that Viha would have done in his past?
No, not really. Like I think he'd come across it every now and then, but
So give me
that's something he really-
The reason I was asking is he's got land vehicle proficiency.
Yes, correct.
So
I'm tracking. I'm understanding. Viha, go ahead and give me just a general wisdom check.
Nope.
You're not sure the parameters of the wheel itself versus how slick the ground is versus how soft the ground is. There's a lot of factors that could go into it, and without seeing the location or the type of vehicle that is to be stuck, you couldn't say for sure.
Oh, and I had another idea. When we get there, I mean, I could pose as a beaten traveler along the path, and if when they decide to help me, you can just ambush them and possibly knock them unconscious without them being aware of you.
Right, but they would still have like an eyewitness and possible suspicion of your involvement in them getting jumped. With the wolf clan,
But
the two people that are there distracting the guards, offering to help fix the wheel and free the wheel, you guys get less suspicion because a wolf comes out of the woods.
I just want to point out, I don't know if this will help any, I do have minor illusion. I'm just going to put that on the table, do with it what you will.
okay, so we have illusion, we have a
And a
A
thumb.
wolf?
Yeah.
Mage hand
Thumbs up.
thumb.
A mage hand thumb. Actually, it's coming along, guys. Now I can make 3 fingers. I can make the thumb, I can make the pinky, and I can use the middle one to flip off God for making fun of my thumb.
Yes.
yeah, man, we
As
can
someone
go
turns their
with
back,
the-
Rimple's just there conjuring up that middle finger behind their back.
Well, do you guys have anything else to do today? Otherwise, you might want to turn in early so we can leave early.
It is about
Yeah.
1 p.m.
Oh, we still have a little bit of time.
It's still at evening.
Yeah,
Oh,
we do
yeah.
want to take off early.
Secondly, are we setting out what mode of transportation are we setting out? Do we need to secure a wagon to be able to secure any cargo and transport us back? Are we stealing the wagon altogether and bringing it to town and dropping off the cargo somewhere else?
We got to think about how we're gonna get there. So maybe procure a wagon.
Definitely a
We can
wagon.
keep the wagon
Do-
there, and then on our way back, one of us, two of us help with one wagon, 2 of us help with the other.
Well, if we have our own wagon, I want to switch the crate or whatever it is over to our wagon and bolt and leave the guards their wagon. So when they catch up, they can just have it. And they might notice
Oh.
that something was stolen. But again, they're unharmed and they don't have any suspects.
Okay, yeah, that'll work.
That way we fulfill the job, but nothing falls back on us directly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
All right, I like this plan. And I mage hand my mage thumb.
Don't flash magic all around us.
Miha looks at the mage hand and he gives a thumbs up of his own.
Guys, I'm learning. Give me a break.
I'm gonna try to high five it, but like jump awkwardly like 3 times before it starts pouting.
You guys are now called the thumbs up.
The thumbs up bards.
The thumbs up. I like the thumbs up.
All thumbs.
All thumbs.
All thumbs.
All thumbs. All
That way when
thumbs.
we fumble, it's on the
So, you all want to leave out in the morning. You have the afternoon and evening to do with what you wish. Make preparations. Was there anything else in town that y'all had to do or wanted to do or anything?
Well, as far as securing a wagon, Barthen said that he has several
Yes.
kind of parked on standby. We could potentially ask how much to rent it, and state that we were going to meet a friend or to check up on a friend who should have arrived a couple days ago, which isn't a lie. We do need to do that. And possibly get ourselves a wagon that way. Otherwise, we could try to steal it at night. If we're going to bed early, we could wake up at night and possibly steal one.
I mean, I would love to steal one. I haven't stolen anything so far, and I would love to steal a wagon.
The stealing, it could kind of keep us out of it even more.
Listen, we're already
Yeah.
working for shady people. This is what shady people do. We do shady shit. Stealing the wagon is part of the shady shit. It's logic.
If we steal it and we don't get caught stealing it, how do we return it and not get caught as well?
That is God's question.
That is a listen.
That's tomorrow Rimple's problem.
Yeah, that's what I almost done work. I
that's
saw shit
section-
on my cart. I'm like, that's a tomorrow Mark problem.
That's section 4 Rimple problem. Stop fighting me.
Wait, what did you say? I missed that.
Nothing.
It's
About feeding time.
we gave the coin back to Tracy, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you
I
did.
mean, we can.
Go
If
ask for it back.
when we steal the wagon, and if the question of returning the wagon is gonna arise, I mean, we could be just doing our rounds on the road, traveling, and got attacked by particular bandits with the wagon.
We could
Yeah,
we could use the fact that he recognized one of the wagons, and we can say like, hey, we remember you said that the wagon we brought in not too long ago was yours. Yeah, we found this kind of abandoned out there, and figured you might want it back.
And present him with like this coin and wash any suspicions from us, because we are good, nice people. Could work. I mean, could not. Just a proposition.
Whatever you guys say, fine. But I still think we should go the route of we're leaving town for a little bit to try to make contact with one of our friends, and we'll be back and we can return the wagon. How much would it cost to rent it?
Okay,
Yeah.
We can do that.
we'll ask how much to rent a wagon is.
Because that gives us an alibi on where we were,
Okay.
and it gives us a chance to roll it back into town and return it. We could even make it so that here's the money now, and if we return it, then we have half the money back if the price is too steep.
Alright. Okay, well that'll be option A. Option B.
Rimple's fingers are twitching.
Let the rogue be the rogue.
Let the rogue be the rogue.
Yeah, option B, Rimple steals the wagon.
Oh man, you can't wait. I can't wait till level 3 when you realize I can just fucking pickpocket people with my mage hand.
Oh,
And then flip them off with said mage hand.
Yeah, I know. Alright, so where do we find the wagon? Because
Just north of here at the general store.
alright, do you guys want to go to the general store?
yeah, I mean, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay.
Take a bit of supplies and
About mid-afternoon.
I'll write on a piece of paper on the journal before I head out. Sometimes it helps to write down your thoughts. And I'll try to drop that near the shrine.
what I do before we leave the tavern, I go up to Tober and I just plop 1 gold on the counter and say, for all your hospitality.
What
Well,
the
I
hell?
appreciate you.
Hey, I'm earning favor here.
No, I think we're both admiring the same thing. Not laughing at you.
Wait,
They take care of us. Plus, we're the bards. The thumbs up. The whatever we are now. The
there's
group of
thumb
many
bars.
names.
No, we're not
We
being
all
called the
thumb.
group of many names. We'll lose track.
We already have lost track.
Who are you
Very
guys?
true.
My
Who
name
aren't
again.
we?
Pop quiz. What does Tracy think our names are?
LeBron.
Tracy's not there, so you can't ask him.
No, I know.
Tracy?
I'm
Oh,
asking us.
Oh,
No, Tracy. No, I lied and said my name was LeBron to Tracy. The mayor
Good
knows
job.
me as Charles Xavier, and the Shadowblades know me as Ethan Hunt. See, I keep track.
Okay. There you go.
I'm just gonna keep introducing myself as Esther.
I'm Benji.
I'm always me.
yes. So as you guys head toward Barthen's Provision, Galen, you see the acolyte once again kneeling in front of the shrine, vehemently praying for assistance in remembering. And what do you say? You did something?
I'm going to try to place it near the shrine and just leave it there,
Okay.
or give it to her if she's there. You said she's there, so I'll just give it to her.
Oh, thank you. And she reads it and she goes, I usually try to write things down, but this requires a little more than just mundane remembrance.
What is it you're trying?
There's something that I was asked, but I can't remember what it was. It seemed important, but I'm trying to find this herb that can help me remember, and actually, would you mind helping me out?
Yeah, I'll ask for a description of the herb so we can take a look for it.
It is called the Herb of Remembrance, as far as I can remember. And it's normally found within the Neverwinter Woods, near Connieberry. But I can't leave the shrine, so that's why I'm praying for remembrance.
DM.
Yes.
I'm gonna put a hand on her shoulder, and I need a wisdom save.
From her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fourteen.
Oh, it is a 14.
Okay, that's fine. She would have heard me say, try and remember as I put my hand on her shoulder, as I cast command. But
Ooh.
Member Neville.
She attempts to remember, but she still cannot remember.
okay. Side quest noted.
In fairness, I would have done the same thing too.
Did she give us a description of what it is? Is there any way she could draw it on this piece of paper from the journal?
Yeah, she starts to draw it, and it's kind of like a very small fern with buds instead of not veins, but each, you know how the ferns have the leaves that kind of come off. They're kind of like that, but at the end of each one there's like little buds, and they bud into blue flowers. So it's basically like a fern with each like leaf that branches off ends in like a blue flower, a tiny blue flower.
Okay.
And she thanks you, and she continues to pray for assistance. And you hear as you walk away that she murmurs, or while she's praying, she thanks Tamura for sending someone to help.
Okay.
Yes.
Under my breath, I'll ask for guidance in finding it.
Okay.
And then rush after my things.
Okay. Heading into Barthen's. Barthen's behind the counter and says, welcome. What can I do for, traveler?
Oh, greetings.
Welcome back.
We were interested. We need to visit a friend out of the town for a few days.
Okay.
And we are wondering, can we rent a wagon from you?
Yes. Absolutely you can. How long do you need it for?
For about 4 days. How much would that cost us?
4
With
days?
the horses and with the food for the horses.
Do you need one horse or two? We have a wagon. We have a small wagon with one horse, or we have a little bit larger wagon with 2 horses.
Should we take the bigger one?
Yeah, I say we take the bigger
Yeah.
one.
We'll
Yeah.
take the
I kind of look at the group, then look at Barthen, and kind of snicker a little and say, "We'll take the bigger one."
Looking at the two, what's the obviously travel speed and hauling capacity, but
Travel speed is the
more,
speed of regular wagon. They don't have a difference between them.
Okay, so it would mostly be hauling capacity.
Yeah.
So how much for the 4 days?
Well,
bigger
for
wagon?
4 days with the feed and the wagon and the horses, 3 gold per day. 12 gold total.
Oh well. And if we return the wagon safe?
I would expect nothing less.
Well, deal. I hand over the 12 gold to him.
I'll pull 3 out of my pocket and walk towards the counter.
And
Yeah,
then
I'll
he
do the
says,
same.
he takes out he yells, Ander, come here. You gotta learn this somehow. And you see like a teenage male with like short-cut brown hair. Just kind of rush up to him and he goes, yeah, Paul? Here. You do this. And he takes out like a piece of parchment that's pretty much already like filled out, and it's like the undersigned agree to not damage, injure, harm our stock upon return. Inspections will be completed. If at any time this agreement has been breached, there will be a fee denoted by the inspecting party. And then Ander says, okay, you guys sign here, initial here.
Stop. Can we see the wagon first before I sign anything?
And he kind of looks at his dad, and Barthen kind of like gives like a vehement like nod, like, yeah, go show him. So Anders says, right this way. And he takes you out the side, and it is a nice wagon. No dents, scratches, or anything like that. The wheels are still there. And the horses look to be well taken care of. So they are in very good shape.
Can I inspect it like a bit more for just minor details, because I have a feeling that anything goes and I don't want to be pulled from my money because some minor scratch after it. Or
I mean, it's wooden, so it's not completely perfect. So there's a lot of like, I mean, I guess there's a few dings and stuff here and there, but it's all normal wooden stuff. But as far as wagons go, it's a perfectly fine wagon. Reading through the contract, it kind of seems leaning more towards the horses.
Okay, so take care of the horses.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I mean, I look back at the kid, seems fine, and I will sign it.
Okay.
And can the wagon and the horses be prepared for leaving in the morning?
Absolutely. We can definitely do that.
Nice. So
They will be
do
ready
that.
for you.
Thank you.
Is there anything else y'all would like to do inside Barthen's? Buy some stuff, look at things, supplies.
How are we on supplies?
I'm waiting for the provision stock to load up.
I didn't know how little I had.
Yeah, I'm good for right now. That's gonna take a little while.
I mean, I have everything I need. So
Okay. Where to? Is there anything else y'all wanted to do in town?
Can we request that it's ready for in the morning?
Yeah.
So that
I
it's
will
not
do it.
together tonight.
Yes, that was already discussed. It will be ready for you in the morning for y'all to take off.
Okay.
So you still have some time left in the day. If there's any other quests or anything you wanted to take care of before you left town, or talk to people and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys. We exhausted our options pretty much.
Everything's pretty much laid in place.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Easy enough. So you guys just gonna hang out for the rest of the day and just chill at the Stonehill Inn until it's time to go to bed?
I think I might.
I look at I look at Viha and go, encore.
Encore.
I think I'm gonna head up early.
Okay. Easy enough. So the rest of the evening, you guys chit-chat. Galen kind of goes to the room. Viha and Rimple, as the evening progresses, you kind of step up to the instruments. Y'all want to try to play them again?
Yeah. Go ahead
Okay.
and do a performance.
All right. And this time we're doing a fucking best. We're doing the 80s.
Okay.
I just start going, take on me.
Let's see that performance check.
Mine is a 3.
Barkeep,
Like
barkeep.
I
one
said,
more,
I'm better when
please.
I'm drunk.
I got 3. Oh wait, that's persuasion.
Performance, please.
I still got 3. No.
As Aster asks the barkeep for some drink, the barkeep says, "You're really gonna need this tonight," and he's like wincing at the misplayed notes and the off-key singing that's happening. Most of the patrons are beginning to get up and leave because a few of them were there and they were super excited for an encore, but it seems these aren't the same people that were here last night.
I need liquor. I'm only good when I'm drunk.
And they just kind of like, one of them just like chuckles and like waves their hand off at you, like, yeah, okay. And then everyone ends up leaving the tavern, actually, because of your playing. The only ones left are you guys and Toblin.
Oh.
Oh.
What was that?
I was trying to play I Want to Dance with Somebody by the infamous bar Whitney Houston. Apparently I got the notes wrong.
Just the notes
I
wrong.
swear this has never happened before.
Oh, my ears. Damn it.
No,
I think I'm retiring from the music industry now.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
me
retiring
too.
from the music industry.
Aster, can you roll me
Yeah,
a wisdom saving throw, please?
Wisdom saving throw. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Wait, it could be good. You don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh,
You hear this sound coming from the stage and you start to cover your ears, and like the tip of your finger touches your ear and you kind of pull it away and there's a little bit of blood, but then you gather a little cotton or something and put it in your ears and it saves you from your ears bleeding.
Oh, I'm gonna. Oh, damn it!
Toblin has like big like rings or big like twirls of like tattered washcloths just like tied around his ears. They're just like he looks like Princess Leia, with like rags over his ears.
I'm gonna stand up and just move my way outside. Oh, and nod to the guys in the passing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Good
Oh,
job.
we're done. All right, we're done. We're done. All right.
go on
we're
with
done.
it. Go on, you sound great, guys. You sound great.
No,
Did
I
you
know a
find Gale?
clown this person when I see
Inside
one.
And you try and you can't quite get it. Galen, can you roll me a either performance or a dex check and add your proficiency bonus?
$11.
It kind of turned out the way the other one turned out of the bandits. It's okay. It could be better. You still got a little bit of work to do. These features of the new people that you're trying to whittle are different from the ones before, and it doesn't take to wood the same way the other features did.
Okay.
Yes. So, y'all, the evening comes to a close. Y'all are heading to bed.
Yeah.
With my head hung in shame.
Yeah.
It's okay, but nobody sees it.
Yeah. Eventually, Viha.
Nobody
Eventually,
sees it.
Viha. That was I think our farewell tour. Lasted 2 days.
Aster, you going to bed too?
Yeah, as soon as my ears stop bleeding.
I
I'm also
can't
gonna-
believe. I really hope. I just out of game. Were you trying to make him rope with the deafened condition?
He saved it.
This would have been a
Oh.
perfect opportunity to check out the sconce unnoticed.
Nobody was there to
Yeah,
notice.
well, yeah.
So, as the evening closes and you all settle down to bed, is there anything y'all would like to do before you fall asleep?
I'm asleep. I also have to get my food. Be right back.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and lay down.
Okay. Easy enough.
Yeah, let's rest, and we have a lot of work in front of us tomorrow.
Yes. As you all lay down to sleep and close your eyes and start to drift off, let's see. Did someone roll something?
Yeah, it was me.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say that helps. That just stops what I was about to do. Aster, you begin to see familiar darkness, and the feeling of helplessness kind of overtakes you for a second, and these long tendrils and flames begin to flare up around you. But they begin to ebb out and dissipate in the peripheries of your vision, leaving nothing but darkness and silence, where you can get another night's rest of actual rest.
Oh,
Yes. And then the rest of you drift off and sleep through the night. And then you all get a long rest and wake up the next day, preparing to head out on this mission that was given to you by the Shadow Blades to procure something along the Triboar Trail and return it to them, in hopes of either gaining their favor or becoming members yourselves. Time will tell, and your decisions will take light. And I believe y'all, as you all wake up in the morning, and let me shift this here. Yeah, you all wake up in the morning. That is where we're going to call it for the night.